In this video, we will show you the biggest and most famous festivals in Spain. You will also learn when to go to Spain for any of these festivals that we are going to tell you about. And do you forget to like this video and subscribe so you won't miss out any of our videos about Spain or other European countries. Let's get started. Number 7, Latomatina, Buñol, Valencia, when last Wednesday of August. What world-famous tomato fight in the streets? Why, it's big. Tens of thousands joined this one-hour battle with 100-plus tons of tomatoes. Imagine yourself surrounded by thousands of people in a small town called Buñol, located just outside Valencia. The air is thick with anticipation, and a giant paella is being prepared. But this isn't your typical Spanish feast. At exactly 11 a.m., a rocket is fired into the sky, and the town square turns into a sea of red. People of all ages are covered in tomatoes, and they smear them onto anyone who comes near them. This is La Tomatina, one of the biggest and messiest festivals in Spain. In just 1 hour, over 100 tons of tomatoes are thrown and smashed, covering everyone and everything in a thick layer of tomato pulp. But why do they fight with tomatoes? Nobody knows for sure, but there are plenty of legends. One story goes back to a fight that broke out during a traditional parade. Some people say it was a food fight that got out of hand. Others claim it was a protest against the high cost of tomatoes. Whatever the reason, today it's a celebration of friendship, fun, and a good dose of tomato juice. So if you find yourself in Spain during the last week of August, be prepared to get tomatoed. Just make sure to bring an old shirt because you won't want to be needing a new one anytime soon. Number 6, Las Fallas, Valencia. When? March 5th, 10th to sure, George. Giant paper image sculptures are paraded, then burned in huge bonfires. Why, it's big. Combines fire, satire, fireworks, and tradition. A UNESCO cultural heritage event. For 5 days each March, the Spanish city of Valencia transforms itself into a sea of color, music, and fire. This is Las Fallas, one of the most spectacular festivals in Spain. The main event is the burning of huge sculptures made from paper, cloth, and wood called falls. These figures can be up to 30 meters tall and weigh several tons. They are often satirical in nature, poking fun at politicians, celebrities, or current events. But they're also beautiful works of art that take months to create. On the morning of March 19th, the falls are paraded through the streets of Valencia before being burned in huge bonfires. This is the climax of Las Fallas, a celebration of fire, light, and renewal. The whole city is decorated with fallas, and there are fireworks every night. If you want to experience Las Fallas, book your trip well in advance. Flights and hotels fill up fast during this time, and be prepared to party. The streets of Valencia come alive at night with live music, dancing, and of course, lots of sangria. Whether you're a first-timer or a seasoned festival goer, Las Fallas is an experience not to be missed. Number 5, Feria Jablio Seville. When 2 weeks after Easter, what's flamenco, dancing, bullfights, horse parades, food, and music? Why, it's big, a colorful Andalusian celebration with traditional costumes and cassettes. Imagine a sea of orange trees in full bloom, the sound of flamenco guitar, and the smell of roasted almonds in the air. This is Seville during the April Fair, one of the most vibrant festivals in Spain. The fair is a celebration of spring and new beginnings. And it's also a tribute to the region of Andalusia's rich culture and history. One of the highlights of the fair is the traditional flamenco dancing. This passionate and soulful dance form originated in the region and is still very popular today. You can see flamenco dancers dressed in their finest clothes performing in the many squares and patios around the city. Another must-see is the parade of horses. This colorful procession features riders dressed in traditional Andalusian clothing, riding beautiful white horses. They ride through the streets of Seville, reenacting scenes from the region's history. Of course, no Spanish festival would be complete without some bull. While bullfighting is a controversial sport, it is an important part of Spanish culture and history. If you're interested in learning more about bullfighting, you can catch a bullfight at the iconic Plaza de Toros de la Mas. The April Fair is also a great time to try some delicious food and drink. Seville is known for its delicious tapas and sherry wine. You can sample these and other regional specialties at one of the many casetas or party tents set up around the city. If you're looking for a truly authentic Spanish experience, be sure to visit Seville during the April Fair. Number 4, Semana Santa nationwide. When? Easter week. What? Dramatic processions with floats, candles, and hooded Why, it's big. Deeply rooted religious tradition with massive participation and powerful visuals. Experience the Passion of Holy Week in Spain, where the streets come alive with processions featuring floats, candles, and hooded Known as Semana Santa, this deeply rooted religious tradition is especially popular in Seville, Malaga, and Granada. As the week-long celebration progresses, witness the dramatic reenactment of Christ's crucifixion and resurrection through the haunting imagery of life-size figures carried on ornate floats. The most iconic image of Holy Week is perhaps the penitents, men and women who dress in long robes and pointed hoods and walk barefoot through the streets. This powerful display of devotion and sacrifice is a reminder of the central role that religion plays in Spanish culture. If you plan on attending, be prepared to be moved by the solemnity of the processions while marveling at the stunning displays of faith and devotion. Number 3, Sanfermin, Pamplona. When July 6th to 14th. What daily bull runs through city streets and nightly Why, it's big world-famous adrenaline event and part of Hemingway's legend. Running of the Bulls, or Encierro in Spanish, is a traditional event that takes place every morning during the 9-day festival of San Fermin in Pamplona. The event has been celebrated since the Middle Ages and is now world-famous thanks to Ernest Hemingway's novel, The Sun Also Rises. Each morning, hundreds of people run through the streets of Pamplona, ahead of 6 fighting bulls that are being taken to the bull ring for that night's bull. It may sound crazy, but the thrill of running with angry bulls is too much for many people to resist. If you're looking for an adrenaline rush, then look no further than Pamplona. Number 2, Carnival, Tenerife, Facades, Seat. What? Costumes, parades, and street parties. Why, it's Big Spain's version of Mardi Gras, especially vibrant in Tenerife and Cadiz. Carnival is a time for letting loose and celebrating. Before the start of Lent, and Spain's carnival is one of the biggest and best in Europe. The festivities kick off in late February with parades, parties, and of course, costumes. People of all ages get involved, dressing up as anything they like, from traditional Spanish figures to modern-day celebrities. One of the highlights of the carnival is the battle of the wits between the participants and the local authority. The participants try to pull off as many pranks as possible, while the authorities try to keep order. It's all in good fun, and it makes for some hilarious memories. The best place to experience the Spanish carnival is in Tenerife or Cadiz. These cities really know how to throw a party, and the atmosphere is electric. The streets are packed with people, and the energy is contagious. If you're looking for a fun-filled holiday, then look no further than the Spanish Carnival. And now it's time for the biggest and most famous festival in Spain. Before we continue, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you have UNT yet, so you won't miss out any of our videos about Spain or other European countries. Number 1, La Merced, Barcelona. When? September 20th to 24th. What? A week-long festival celebrating Barcelona's patron saint with traditional dances, music, fireworks, and human towers. Why, it's Barcelona's biggest and most important festival. La Merced is celebrated with a week-long series of events taking place across the city. The festival kicks off with a bang, quite literally, with a huge fireworks display over the Mediterranean Sea. The main event of La Merced is the human towers, or a traditional Catalan dance in which teams of dancers form human towers and attempt to reach the top. This requires a lot of skill and precision and is definitely not for the faint-hearted. But it's also incredibly beautiful to watch. Other highlights of La Merced include the traditional Sardana dance, the Correfoc, a fiery parade of dragons and other mythical creatures, and the Festa Major, a huge street party with live music, dancing, and of course plenty of food and drink. No matter what you do, you're sure to have a blast. So if you find yourself in Barcelona in mid-September, be sure to check out Lemurs. These are just a few of the many amazing festivals that take place in Spain each year. No matter what you're interested in, there's sure to be a festival that you'll enjoy. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you really won't miss out any of our videos about Spain or other European countries. Thanks for watching. See you next time.